Just about ready to go live here, and things are looking good on my end. So, all right, we have liftoff. So, happy Monday to everybody. Welcome back to the marketplace. My name is Jared, and this is Engineering the Markets, and it is August 9th, 2021. Let's go ahead and take a look quickly at what occurred last Friday. Let's talk about a few sort of very impulsive reactions that occurred and sort of rippled through the market. And let's discuss how this may change some of the key analysis and focus of the market moving forward. So, first and foremost, what did occur Friday? Well, we had a pretty relevant set of economic data come out. It's called different things. This platform actually calls it sort of a group of different reports inside of a more general. I believe it was called. I'm actually forgetting the name top of my head, but overall, it's a non-farm payroll, and we also got some employment numbers. Um, Non-farm payroll did come out a little bit higher than the median average expected. We saw about 943,000 new jobs as opposed to 845 median expected. And while this number is a little hot, the market is continuously looking for economic recovery in the form of new job creation and specifically jobs in sectors that are going to be maintainable moving forward, as opposed to some transitory positions or things that are more relevant to sort of shifting tides in the economy. So, overall, positive report. Um, the unemployment number as well came in slightly lower, I believe 5.7 expected versus 5.4 actual. So that report overall felt in the short term a bit positive, and we saw a few things in the marketplace react accordingly. One of the most notable reactions we saw on Friday has to be the bond market. So here inside of the TLT, our technical picture is still one of a sort of inverse or counter trend reaction off of lows. We noted over periods of time that the TLT was starting to bottom near the 200 period weekly moving average. And we saw a very impulsive move from bonds from these low points, leading us into some very tumultuous and I would say volatile sessions inside of bonds. Just for context here, the bond market is oftentimes not as volatile as we've seen in recent history. Often, bond markets are so capital intensive that the movements tend to be a bit more muted relative to something like the ETF or stock price of something like the TLT. And when you look at volatility, one way to look at that is to go and look at something like the options tab, which, as we've been discussing, when you're looking at implied volatility or expected move of a marketplace, this can often sort of dictate how volatile to expect this product to be and what is sort of a normal range that the market could trade in over certain periods of time. Just to note, as we continue the discussion, just keep in mind that the TLT is showing approximately about a 17% implied volatility. And we'll get back to that in just a moment, just to show the difference in volatility across the marketplace. So we're looking at a bond market that has been volatile. And when we shift into just a daily time frame, we see that last Friday, we had a very impulsive breakdown of an overall counter trend move on the weekly. Short term, this breakdown did leave a fairly significant gap. And we also see that we're in a spot that the marketplace has rejected prior, this sort of engulfing island type structure that also left a major gap down. So in this area, we want to look at the bonds and maybe say that in this time frame, we may be seeing sort of a pause of the counter trend move. The marketplace is obviously having trouble getting over this sort of 150 area. And as new data comes out, we're seeing the reaction appropriate to the sort of resistance of this zone, or sort of the overhead supply that is being met by buyers. Now, we also saw this potential inside of a structure of the TNX, which is going to be the 10-year Treasury yields. We talked about how in the larger context, on the weekly, if you were to draw out something like a fib retracement, this marketplace had performed a 50% pullback from high to low. And as we were marking these levels, albeit we did clear some previous swing highs, we expected the market to sort of react appropriately at these points. But marketplace continued to sell, bonds continued to rally in the short term. And what we eventually saw was a potential bottoming structure, similar to what we saw in the TLT with the engulfing sort of, I would say, like topside structure. So this level, we went ahead and marked. We watched as the TNX came into this area to test it once again. And now we are seeing the potential reversal that we are also seeing inside of the TLT, as bonds are beginning to come off of this, yields are starting to come off of this sort of precipitous drop that has been occurring over time. Now, in this perspective, this is a very sharp and, once again, impulsive reaction based off of some economic data. But as always, as short-term traders, we saw some opportunity occur inside of the Friday session. Most notably, I want to call out financials. As bonds have come off of this area, we want to note that during this sell-off inside of yields, or this downdraft inside of yields, this move higher in bonds, financials have been relatively stalled. They haven't sold off precipitously, unlike something like the energy market, which has had much more trouble and much more downside, but they also haven't moved higher. Hence, we had a nice, well-defined trading range. And we also saw the marketplace testing the highs as opposed to rejecting the lows very quickly and sort of consolidating near range highs. Now, as we saw Friday with the bond market reaction, financials also incurred a very significant and impulsive gap. In this context, and given that the fact that we are still relatively extended on larger timeframes, we need to keep in mind that the weekly trend is still holding very strong. And the last time we saw such an impulsive gap in this marketplace, it actually set up the beginning of a continuation trend that had lasted for 6 to 7 months. So while this gap is large and while this gap is impulsive, it is something for us to review moving forward. If bonds have truly bottomed, or if yields have truly bottomed, if bonds have topped in the short term, then we can see a bid inside of financials, which oftentimes is going to be the major benefactor of this change in the economic cycle. Another thing we can continue to look at is healthcare, which, as we look at the dollar, may be sort of a sector of defensive strength in the context of a weak bond and a strong dollar environment. Last time we saw weak bond environment, we also saw weakness in the dollar, and that led to a lot of other inflationary sectors performing. Things like industrials, once again, energy, and even materials. But if we have a strong dollar and weakness inside of bonds, that may not be necessarily the case. We might not see sort of that full impulse inside of those sectors, and we may have to be a bit more selective in which ones are going to be strong moving forward, or at the very least performing moving forward. So healthcare still very strong overall, still trending, and overall currently just having a pullback. We'll see kind of how far this pullback wants to go, and that could lead to another buying opportunity similar to the one we saw here and similar to the one we saw when we got our range breakout. This was sort of the beginning of this trend structure setting up. So when we looked at bonds, we looked at these sectors. Now let's look at what occurred in the dollar. As mentioned, very impulsive and strong counter trend move back to the upside. We were marking this area previously as sort of a grind that was slowly moving higher but having divergence. We were seeing sort of a lack of momentum in this area, and that led for the potential for this structure to break down, not necessarily to give everything back, but ultimately wasn't necessarily a strong structure to buy into on the dollar. It does appear that we are starting to back test this area, and while this move once again is impulsive to the upside, we'll want to see what occurs as we get back into this range. Ultimately, the larger perspective here is that, sorry, give me 1 second, grabbing my pen again. In this range, this sort of upper zone, the dollar does appear to be putting a risk on signal for things that are very sensitive to it. We talked about materials, but quickly we'll look at metals as well. And under this range, which once again is relatively symmetric in terms of the actual range of each area, this appears more risk off in terms of metals and materials or economic sectors performing. So we have this weird divergence where the dollar is putting in these wild moves, I would say, relative to normal. There are counter trend moves occurring quickly and often based on 1 or 2 bits of economic data, and that can shift the marketplace very quickly, especially things that are sensitive to these indicators. And as I mentioned, one of those shifts did occur inside of gold. You can see just how, I don't know if this wick down is accurate. This is new data as of yet, but we are seeing some very volatile price action inside of gold. I'm gonna have to confirm if that wick down is a true bottom that just was made. But look at the impulse here. Look at, even if this wick is not correct, look at the sharp sell-off that occurred on Friday. Yes, it is accurate. Thank you. Okay, so gold, very volatile. We're seeing sort of the leading metal showing how sensitive this marketplace is to these indicators. And same thing, with one impulse to the upside, we see the opposite impulse to the downside on the inverse correlated metals. Let's take a look at silver. Curious to see, yeah, we are seeing very sharp movement here. This can set up volatility in both directions, but it just shows how quickly this marketplace can turn. And finally, I want to take a look at copper. Okay, copper is not having the same strong wick down here, but we are seeing on the weekly the potential for this trend to be lost. And this is, once again, in context of a trend that's been in place for a majority of the COVID lows leading into this large extension. So let's take a quick moment here to draw out a fib. Oops, that is the wrong tool. Where are you? There you are. Okay. So we have sort of a potential downside target here if we do start to lose trend, something like the 61.8 or the 50% if copper does start to break down. Ultimately, this is starting to look more like topping patterns as we draw something as simple as a head and shoulder here. We can see the structure is more distributive if the buyers cannot hold trend and if we're seeing weakness in metals and strength in the dollar. So lots of potential opportunity here with the metals market. It does appear as if they're quite sensitive to this indicator. And ultimately, this may be even something we can trade intraday as this volatility is quite massive. So something to look for today, but also to keep into your larger narrative of the marketplace. Okay, shifting gears, we talked briefly about some of the sectors that may perform moving forward. This shift in the economic environment, once again, needs to be confirmed, but if it does hold true, we already saw the potential that occurred in financials. This large gap up. We know healthcare has continued to be strong. We also saw the likes of Berkshire Hathaway reporting earnings, and that occurred over the weekend. Make sure this is the right ticker. Looks like it wants a /B. Okay. So kind of an odd financial out. Did not occur a couple weeks prior. Often does occur on Saturdays. It does occur outside of market hours, but this so far has been bought, and we're seeing once again large financial strength. The reason Berkshire is so important for something like the XLF is keep in mind that these are market cap weighted ETFs, and Berkshire is at the top of the list. We also have the likes of other banks that hold anywhere from 11 to down to roughly 3%. These are notable names that we often trade. And as we look at some of the key names that have been performing, Morgan Stanley is starting to break out. And even more importantly, this is a breakout that is occurring above 2007 to 2008 highs. So very notable highs being made here. And also back in time, we're seeing new price levels be explored. Goldman Sachs, very similar, but has been, of course, performing for quite a while, with Goldman Sachs making a new all-time high, potentially heading into the 400. We're a couple bucks away from that at the moment. So bringing these names up, showing financial sector strength, what are some things to also consider with these names? One that I want to just review quickly is how the Dow is calculated. And ultimately, some of these names are going to be more important than others, just like market cap weighted ETFs. So with the Dow, instead of market cap, you're looking at share price. And ultimately, with the only 30 stocks, if a particular company has a larger than average share price, it will move the Dow more based on how it moves both up or down, and obviously its volatility, how likely or normal is the movement, and how large is the range of its movement. So we know healthcare has been strong. One of the key names in the Dow is UNH, United Healthcare. This is one of the key healthcare stocks of the XLF, and ultimately it is the largest component of the Dow with a stock price of approximately 415. But right under that is Goldman Sachs. And as we talked about with Goldman Sachs breaking all-time highs, we also have a Dow that is starting to peek its head above the trading range and above all-time highs. So this narrative of which sectors are going to potentially perform and where should your focus be if you're thinking bullish. Some of these areas are potentially more likely to perform better than others, albeit we might see all indexes and all sectors move higher. Some may move higher quicker or just have better percentage gains overall. So the Dow here showing once again some relative strength, recovering the 20 period, holding the trading range. And while the volume is not confirming yet, we are seeing a potential breakout of all-time highs. This is where confirmation is going to come into play. If we truly want to get outside of this range, we kind of need that additional confirmation of a larger extension and potentially a back test of this trading range. We've been in here for quite a while, and so far, I would say ultimately I'm not convinced that this is going to hold yet. We kind of need to see a bit more information to see if this breakout is going to move forward. Another area to consider is something like the small caps. With the economic data that we received, the mentality of economic recovery, the fact that small caps do tend to outperform as the economy is getting into that late cycle of recovery, as everything's starting to settle from a previous either downswing, recession, some sort of short-term or long-term collapse, the IWM does tend to perform. But more internally to the IWM, if we just look at, I'm gonna go here to, forgetting exactly where this is. Let's see, Market Watch. So let's go to, once again, our heat map. And let's understand that within the IWM, one of the largest sectors is healthcare, albeit there are a lot of biotechnology companies here. There is a heavy weighting to healthcare. If we see strength in healthcare and if biotech ultimately holds or performs, this portion of the IWM might be healthy enough to carry it forward. Another large sector, however, is financials. And as you can see on Friday, unlike healthcare, which was a bit 50-50, the entire financial sector inside of the IWM was very strong. We had a lot of overall growth and performance here, and some of these companies were increasing to the likes of 5 to 10%. So once again, knowing what's in these indices, knowing what sort of carries them forward, and as long as we're not seeing sort of the opposite rotation inside of something like industrials or even consumer discretionaries, which tends to be a bit more risk on, then this index could potentially perform. And from a technical perspective, short term, our targets are still these range highs. And I would say longer term, if we start to see a breakout, we can look at this range as a potential consolidation period, a sort of gathering of accumulation, and we can start to target much higher prices. Now that's of course going to take additional time. It's going to have the right sort of pieces in place, but this has been the narrative for a while. We trade inside the range while we are in the range, and we look for reasons for the market to extend outside of its range in either direction. Ultimately, with the knowledge that if we lose or gain a breakout or breakdown, that is a change in the structure, and we want to trade that structure accordingly. So IWM might be of interest. We obviously have the Dow with larger components that need to be considered. If Goldman Sachs is truly breaking out and we see additional upside inside of financials, that will carry the Dow higher, so long as other sectors, once again, are not dragging the rest of the growth down. Now, I've talked about a couple of these other economic sensitive sectors. Industrials, we do want to keep it on watch. It is not necessarily all correlated hands on deck with the dollar strength. So that is sort of a pause in industrials. You can see that the gap was not as significant inside of this area. We also want to keep a close eye on energy. Energy not only is the weakest, but inside of economic recovery, sometimes the oil marketplace does not necessarily perform. Once again, with a stronger dollar, crude is not necessarily going to be the most bullish place to look. So we're seeing short term these downtrend corrections. The larger context of pretty much everything in this market is to the upside, but just knowing where to focus. Some areas are going to be better than others. And once again, you're looking for good risk definition. We'll kind of watch crude as it comes back to test this sort of impulsive move lower. And once again, if we start to lose trend, we need to anticipate the downside potential, as this trend did not leave a lot of structural support. That's where, once again, we can look at something like a fib and we could start to evaluate where this marketplace may be headed. So let's keep all that narrative in mind. And ultimately, if you're trading energy stocks, this is something you can watch intraday or swing trade timeframes. Okay, so finally, let's look at our SPY. And actually, we'll look at the Qs real quick. Ultimately, the Qs aren't really throwing any warning signals. Remember that we've had previous inflection points in the bond market. You can look at something like the 10-year interest rates to find sort of those percentage levels. And with growth companies, with tech companies, that can ultimately have sort of a headwind against them. It puts pressure on these stocks. If that occurs, we can see something like we saw in the past, where the marketplace simply gets a bit overbought. We see sharper corrections, bigger downside moves, and that can once again set up the next round of buying in the NASDAQ. But if you're looking bullish here, you need to have reasons for that. And ultimately, with what the bonds are doing, that may be putting pressure inside of tech. We're also coming into some sort of channel resistance. If you're drawing these technical levels, especially at all-time highs, it tends to be a little bit more subjective. But we are pretty close to channel resistance. And, uh-oh, no sound. Just making sure we're good here before I move forward. It looks like it was just a couple of people hitting some technical hiccups there. But as the Qs are coming into this channel resistance, be thinking about potential upside remaining, along with what you're fighting against inside of other indicators, other marketplaces that are pushing against the tech sector. Obviously, keeping your key stocks in mind, something like an Apple, sort of at that very tipping point and ultimately performing a perfect test of 150. Want to keep stuff like Microsoft on watch, much structurally stronger than Apple, but once again, these downdrafts can occur very quickly. And the likes of something like Amazon, which we know did not have a great earnings reaction, facilitating a 3 sigma move to the downside from its earnings week. And so far, just holding, not necessarily having a sharp sort of gap fill recovery type move. Keep these on watch. If we start to lose some of these levels, the downdraft here could be much more significant than we've seen. But as always, with the NASDAQ, if it holds or if it performs, along with what we're seeing in financials and healthcare, the SPY remains very much in play. We're seeing, once again, these trading ranges starting to breach. If we pull it down to shorter time frames, we may even have the structural back test that's needed. But also be thinking about what could occur if this breakout does fail. And I want to draw your attention back to previous trading ranges that have ultimately set up the potential for a breakout. And yet we saw sharp moves to the upside, leading to significant breakdowns on lack of momentum or just a shift inside of certain sectors. These were sort of false breakout signals. So, as always, think about your risk definition, think about what is actually leading this marketplace higher. And if you want to trade, look for potential sectors of strength or just focus your attention on the ones that are performing. If not, look for these indexes and try to balance yourself in terms of which ones may outperform moving forward, so long as we have confirmation of what occurred Friday. So, lots to cover. We'll go into this a little bit more this week. We'll also talk about some potential option strategies to play some of these moves, regardless of their direction. And we'll look into some additional earnings coming out this week. As always, there's plenty to look for with crypto still outperforming. Um, we have a few earnings related to that. We also have the likes of AMC coming out with earnings. That's going to ultimately affect sort of that entire mental model of certain stocks, along with the IWM, which does hold AMC in high market cap regard. So, as always, only 30 minutes to cover a lot of information, but we'll get more into it this week. Trade safe, stay tuned for additional reports, and ultimately stay tuned for pre-market prep. We'll talk more tomorrow and see y'all then.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hope you had an amazing weekend. Good morning, Norm. How you doing today? Oh, I can't hear you, buddy. Let me make sure it's not on my end.
No, it's me. Good morning,
Okay,
buddy.
cool.
Hope you're
Got you
doing
there.
well. Sorry
Doing
we're a
good.
little late today, guys. We had some hiccups with these signing in.
Yes,
Just
yes,
put it that way.
and I still I still do. I'm still, as you can see, locked out here. But Abby was very nice to give us a SIM account in the meantime. So I'm gonna set that up right now so we can get the show at least going and build our watch list here. So just bear with us just a second here. Um, uh, Here we go. I think this should do it. All right. Perfect. That looks good. Okay, we can get going. So, if you were IB, you got the message this morning about logging in, this the page and all of that. And unfortunately, I don't
It was
remember my
IB. I think it
password.
was everybody, brother.
Yeah, so it's pretty annoying. But we'll use the same account, and we'll figure out later how to fix that. All right, guys. This morning, as far as gappers list, we got a little bit in the green today. So a lot going on there. A couple of names that we've been looking at for some time that have been very active, especially over the last week. MVST, CAN, and Mara and Riot, all Bitcoin stuff on here. We have Hood, of course, which already up. How much is this? 6.3. So look into that. And some other ones, BTBT, some more Bitcoin stuff. Bitcoin, a lot of Bitcoin action here this morning. DKNG, which was very active on Friday on the list again. So again, a whole bunch of stuff on here that's been in play the last couple of days, and some new names, of course. Gapping down, I don't think we have seen any of these besides ZI and Axie. A lot of these have not been on our gapping down list, so we'll see what's happening there. No sound over on YouTube. Let's just check. No, they should be getting sound. Sound
Yeah,
should be
there's
good.
sound, buddy. Don't worry about
Yeah.
the sound.
Okay, we're good. All right, guys. So let's get to it, guys. Let's start with first of all, quick update on the SPY and overall news coming out today and this week.
Yeah, I mean, the SPY's relatively flat. Qs are up just a hair. SPY's down just a hair. Had a strong week last week. Ended on a strong note. Bitcoin, as you mentioned, a lot of Bitcoin stuff on our list. Up 5% this morning. Just under 46,000 on Bitcoin. So that's what's moving that. This calendar on here for today is old. That's from Friday, because what we discussed in the late start did not get a chance to update that. I think we've got job openings at 10 a.m. and that's it. So that's all we got.
All right, perfect. As I'm doing this, I'm also up because again, guys, we're just running a little bit late with all the issues today. Well, not all the issues, the one issue. Just updating our announcements so we have that
Yeah,
ready
you've
to
got, I
go.
guess you do have, I don't know, something's up with the sound in here. I'm going to reset the audio bridge
Okay.
with as many people having sound issues. Yeah,
Okay.
it's my sound is not working in the room. It's working for some, not working for others. So I'm just going to reset it, and you might have to restart or whatever. But
Okay, you got it. Let's do that. Over on YouTube, you should be perfectly fine. Just our room needs to get a little nudge there.
give us just a second. Got a case of the Mondays, I guess.
Yes, it does. All right, let's try that. Let's get back in here. Right, I might need to just reset quickly. So resetting in the room, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, audio is back in our chat room.
Yep, you're good.
Confirmation is good. Perfect. Let's get our video back on, and we are good to go.
All right.
All right, guys, let's get cranking. What do we have here? Make sure this is linked to our new thing here. And
I'll just say this real quick because the people on in the room didn't hear the economic calendar on the screen is incorrect. That's from Friday because of the late start and the hiccups getting going this morning. Didn't have a chance to update that. So 10 a.m. job openings, I believe, is the only economic data coming out today.
And we are set. Make sure our link is working. Our link is acting funky for some reason. That's all right. We'll hand write things in. Nothing is stopping the show from moving forward, guys. Not all these technical issues. It's just not going to happen. All right, so let's get this done. Let's start here with GN GNOG this morning. I'll type it in manually. GNOG. They are up right now 53%. Pre-market action, a little bit of some sideways action, 1.9 million shares traded. Typical stock that does not get a whole lot of volume. So a little bit of concern on how good this is going to trade at the market open here, guys. We'll have to wait and see how that is. So very active, of course. We'll put
It's a
it on here.
buyout, but it's all stock,
is?
so it may still move. We'll see.
Okay. All right, so we'll put this one down here. Flow is 42. I'm going to put it as a possible because I really do not like the daily as much as I would like other stocks. But again, very active right now. Buy with some possible movement there. BTSCM this morning, they are at the moment up 31. Oh, no, excuse me. Yeah, 31% here. BTCM. Up 31% right now, 2.4 million shares traded. Another one that doesn't have great volume. Is this Bitcoin BTCM?
It's Bitcoin mining out of China.
All right, I figure it's just because of the way that is set up. And then we have BITF as well, another one on here. So for Bitcoin, I'll just do this, guys. Let's knock this out of the way right now. I'm only going to watch Mrna probably and Riot, right? Mrna is the one that I usually like out of all of these. So I'm going to throw Mrna on here. It trades very well. It gets great volume. The daily looks amazing on this. So if Bitcoin is in play, Mrna, or you can go with CAN, are really the two that I like. Not CAN, sorry. What's the other one? Riot. Which CAN looks good today, by the way. But you can go either with Mrna or Riot or CAN. Those, I think, the really top three. I like Mrna this morning. They have a lot more volume. So I'll go with that. Riot can be somewhat of a possible today. All right, heading down, we do have SPRT. SPRT today, they are up 14%, 231,000 shares traded at the moment. Decent daily the last couple of days. You can see an increase in activity here as far as volume. Pre-market looks all right. What is the float on this? 17 million for a low flow. It could be better, guys. It really could. We'll put it on here, but it can be better. I would like to see a little more activity and volume on it. Let's see. We got a nice daily though here, coming back down below 7 and trying to get above 750 towards that 820. That looks interesting. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Next, we have NVST. This was active last week as well. As you can see here, nice bottoming action at 8. And then we've seen a nice little run the last 2 or 3 days here. So at the moment, they're up 10%, 640,000 shares traded. Might be worth just taking a second look at. I think it was a little funky with the trading action. So that is the only reason why I'm not moving it up to a main one this morning. And then we'll do RSI today. RSI. What do we have here? No, it's got a nice pop to it, but outside of that, the daily's not great, and also the volume is a little bit lighter. So I'm going to keep this one off for now. Heading on down, again, more Bitcoin stuff, guys. See a lot of Bitcoin stuff here. I'm going to add Hood. Hood is definitely in play. I think it will be for some time. You can see here, gray activity right now. It is up 6%, 1.2 million shares traded. So Hood is going on our list, definitely. One that is in play. You got to be careful with that one. It is not a low flow, but it can move like one, as we've seen in the last week and the week before that as well. So scrolling down through some names here, I am going to watch DKNG. I think this one was good last week. I think it's in play again today, guys. It is up 3.4, 642,000 shares traded at the moment. So yeah, I think DKNG is a good one. We will put that one on there as well. All right, I'm going to stop here. Let's look at the gap down list. We have AX SM. Okay, nice drop here, down 40%. Typically this stock doesn't trade very light volume, guys. Look at this, less than 600,000 for the most part on here. Actually, we've seen this before. This does not trade very well, but today they got a nice big drop, man. I don't know what the catalyst is. Might be worth taking a second look at it, but again, I'm not a fan of their overall action. But today they have 1.2. Okay, all right, so that could change things here. They have 1.2 million. They're down 30%. They're down, 30% this morning. That is a good one there. ATER right now, they are down 32%.
They also had some drug news they announced with their earnings as well. So
okay. So that could, again, great volume this morning, guys. Worth taking a second look at least. Here we have ATER this morning. They're down 32% as well, 216,000. Again, another one with very light volume. I'll put it on here. We'll come back to it. I'm not a big fan.
It averages 800,000 shares a day, roughly.
Yeah, it's not great. Here's Blue. Blue this morning down 24%, 224. Another one that, again, the volume, the daily is not great. Even the pre-market action here, I'm not liking as much, even though they have 229,000. They're down 24%. It's not a great pre-market action the way it's building right now. It can get better. We can always come back to it. I'm not going to add it to our list, guys. I think we can find better stocks this morning. Oxy is down nicely. I like the fact where they're sitting at here on the day. Looks like they're trying to just hold on to some support they had here in the past. Lost this consolidation support level around 26 exactly, actually. Could be interesting. I'll add it on here. Could be interesting. And then we'll look at the last one on the gapping down, ZI. This does not look great, so I'm not going to add it on there. Very light volume, not a great pre-market action, and not a great daily. So we won't add that there. So all right, so we got a couple, not a whole lot that looks great. Some possibles. They need to get better. Norm, anything you like on your end this morning?
I'm running behind, man. I got to tell you what's going on. AMD obviously has been in play a lot recently, so that might be something to keep an eye on as well.
Yep, AMD will definitely watch that. There were some other ones on there that were good last week that are not on the Gapper scanners. Let's see if the members have those, any of those that look good this morning. So we'll start with our chat room here. What do we have, guys? AMD, yes, AMD is definitely on deck. You can see here, their daily is amazing. Great volume right now, 500,000, pretty much flat, but they've been pretty good. Bill D, I agree. AXSM is not great, and it probably won't stay on this list, right? Like the volume, like the gap down, but nothing good about that this morning so far. Anything else, guys? Billy is giving us Tesla. Let's take a look at Tesla here. They're up 1.5. Volume is okay. Their daily is interesting. I don't think they're really in play today, though. Even NEOS has much lighter volume than usual, only 259,000. So again, that's not great at the moment. So I wouldn't add those today to our list. Maybe a possible or something we look for in the scanners. Space was good on Friday, guys. You got a nice little pop here over to 36. It did sell off later in the day, but nice little pop there this morning. Possible continuation, right? You're down towards the bottom of the top part of this resistance area that can now become support. So that could be interesting. Volume is a little bit lighter than what I would like, but I think it could be a great possible here. What we got going on? Here's AMC. No, Chris. AMC, you meant AMC, I'm sure. AMC this morning. Yeah, I think AMC could be a good one. We'll put AMC on here. It's got good volume right now. AMC, it traded well. Was it Friday? It came back on Friday or the day before. It had a nice pop here. I believe it was Thursday then. So that was nice. It was very clean too, the action on there. Any's been on our list in the past. I don't like the way it trades. It is up to 19%, 6.5 million shares traded. But outside of that, guys, I'm not sure about this one. We'll put it on here. What is the flow, by the way? The flow is yes, a low flow, 16 million. Not bad actually for a low flow stock. 6.6 million. It is up 19%. Not bad. Yeah, I have Mrna. I think that is one of the better trading stocks. So Mrna is on here on deck. I have Hood, DKNG, and AMC so far. On the main list, heading on down, Workhorse. Let's see here. Workhorse, what is that? WKHS. Workhorse this morning. No, I don't think this is in play, guys. Volume is extremely light. I don't see anything good on this one. So,
I agree on that.
But I see what you're saying. The reporting at 9 a.m. We'll have to see how that reacts. So yeah, so keep this one on deck. You know, if we want to see how that report is going to come out. All right, let's take
wait till it reports and actually does something.
Yeah, exactly.
That, maybe it does. It'll pop up on our list if it does.
Absolutely. Let's take a few from YouTube, and then we have Dr. Katz. We have announcements, and then Dr. Katz with Mindful Monday. Let's start over here. Tesla. I checked Tesla. I don't think it's really in play. DKNG we have. So DKNG is buying GNOC. That's what's happening. Thank you there. GNOC. All right. GNOC. Here we go. Our systems today. What happened to my charts here? What's going on? There we go. Oh, you gave me the wrong ticker, I think. Yeah, it's GNO. No, I read it wrong. Excuse me. You gave it right. GNOG. Here it is. Right, so that's what's happening there. Okay, so we'll take a look. I have DKNG. I like that one. GNOG, not as great right now. SENS. Let's take a look there. No. Not a great pre-market action at all. Horrible daily. It looks like it doesn't trade very well. And I think we looked at this before in the past. It doesn't look good, guys. more of a penny type stock. It's not a penny stock, but more of that type of action there. CCL right now, they are pretty much flat, guys. They're down 1%, but not a whole lot of action. Their daily looks to be sliding back up to the area of resistance, possible breakout. Outside of that, I don't see anything great on it at the moment. It can change. We've seen CCL do some cool stuff. That can happen. Makes me think of American Airlines as well when I think about these travel companies. American Airlines also very light on the volume, but these are going to be interesting to watch in the next coming weeks to see how they go here, especially American Airlines. Look at the bounce we got just this week after dropping over a couple of days. So let's see where it goes here out of 21. But right now, I don't see great volume on it. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait for this thing to hit the scanners or do something there. Nvidia has been very active. For those that like to trade that stock, it's a little bit more difficult to trade than regular stocks that I like to watch, so I don't really watch this one. This morning, though, I don't think there's nothing going on right now on Nvidia. So, all right, two more. WINT. This is up. This is more of a penny stock. It is up 32%. 5.2 right now. Was this trading at even below $1? It wasn't actually. It was pretty high here. What's the float on this? Yeah, I don't like the way this stock looks. It is a lower flow stock. It just doesn't have a good pre-market action at the moment. It can get better, but right now, not probably one of the favorite ones. BTCM, I believe we mentioned, is a Bitcoin stock. And for Bitcoin, guys, my go-to is going to be Mrna or Riot. You can even look at CAN today. Even this one looks very good this morning, actually. They got great volume, great pop, great pre-market action. You can take a look at that one. All right, guys, we're going to go head over to our announcements. And after that, we'll have a Mindful Monday with Dr. Katz. So let's get right to it.
All right, quick weekly rundown as we always do on Monday mornings. On Monday afternoons, 2:30, you've got Swing Trade Review with Brian, just general market update kind of. And then the onboarding and tech classes begin at 8 p.m. live every Monday night. Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon, you've got Eamon with trade reviews. And then Tuesday nights, 8 p.m., you've got success webinars. We'll dive into what we've got coming up in the next couple of weeks for that in just a second. And then psychology, we'll do the same for that happen Wednesday, 8 p.m. Mentoring Thursday, Andrew at 11 a.m. and Thor at 8 p.m. And, of course, you've got Crypto Friday with Jared at 11 a.m. Speaking of success webinars, tomorrow night, you've got the fundamentals of risk controls with Mike. That'll be at 8 p.m. And then next week, you've got Kyle. Sorry, I'm looking at how out of whack my lettering is here. Now it's not centered, driving me nuts. I apologize for that. Next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m., you'll have Kyle talking about Bookmap and how to use it to assist in your trading. Wednesday night, 8 p.m., you've got Dr. Katz doing a town hall format with two traders from the community discussing their trading journey as he moderates that discussion. Then next week, you've got Mike talking about the importance of discipline in trading. As we have mentioned, we're donating all the super chat revenue we receive to charity. Last month's charity is going to be the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It's in honor of Peter, one of the first members of BBT, and your energetic music playing moderator. That's just shy of $260, which is going to be matched dollar for dollar by Andrew. And then the charity for this month is autism. So there is a charity on there. We'll update this slide and show what we're doing for this month soon. All right, if you want to participate in the member trade of the day, trade of the week, take a screenshot of your best trade of the day, obviously with entries and exits, mark it up with any commentary you can to describe the trade, post it on Twitter, tagging at BearbullTraders, at MikeB_BBT, and at NormBBT. Also use hashtags BBT Family, day trading, and stock market. We'll pick a winner each day, which will be announced on Twitter and in the room. And then all those trades of the day are eligible for trade of the week, which will be voted on by the team over the weekend and posted on Twitter and discussed in the room Monday afternoon. If you're watching on YouTube and haven't been in the room, been in the chat, you can use the promo code PREMARKET24. It'll get you a discount off the intro membership, which is 7 calendar days, 5 trading days. Does not auto renew or continue on. You actively have to go pick another membership category to be a member. And then if you want to participate, if you want to get the annual elite membership and access to all of the webinars we've just discussed, use the promo code SUMMER40, and that will Summer 40 will get you 40% off the annual elite membership.
All right, excellent. Okay, guys, let's get to it. Starting here with our main list
No
at the
cats.
moment. Oh, that's right. How can I forget? Dr. Katz, guys, 1 second. Thank you, Norman. This is what happens when things get out of order early in the morning.
Trust me, I've been all out of sorts today.
1 second, guys.
Dr. Katz, how are you, sir?
Norm, my man, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. I am good. Hope you're having a nice, cooler August than we are down here in Texas. So this morning you're talking about analysis paralysis and such, and I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, Norm, like analysis paralysis, or sometimes people call paralysis by analysis, I know is common among traders. And I think it's a good topic because what this really means is it really comes down to how people make decisions. So what is analysis paralysis? Really, in summary, it's really kind of the process of overanalyzing and evaluating the data that you have to make decisions, which really results in prolonging the kind of the decision-making process, or sometimes stopping it altogether. So typically, analysis paralysis take place kind of when a trader has too many indicators, on their charts. A question is, why do so many traders suffer from this? I mean, basically, it's simply that people are generally attracted to the possibility of having more choices. But what happens instead is that we often get information overload. And when we become overwhelmed by all this information, what happens is we can't decide which option will work well for us. And so, interestingly enough, psychologically, although we prefer often more choices, when we have fewer options to choose from, we are more likely to make a choice. There's been a whole bunch of research about this, comparing large choices versus short. I remember, Norm, you're probably old enough to know, back in the day in companies, when they started 401k programs, they gave employees one choice. Here's your 401k. And then employees started bitching and moaning. Well, why do we have to do your one thing? So companies started offering, okay, here are 15 or 20 options you can pick from. And people then became overwhelmed with having to decide which 401k plan they wanted. And they almost said, just give us one or two. So as much as we like choices, we do better sometimes when there's less data. And why is this so bad? Well, especially for day trading, it requires traders to make quick decisions, and you can't make quick decisions with your head, buried under a ton of technical analysis. So, how do you prevent analysis paralysis? I think, there are a couple of just key things I'll mention. I think one of the things for people is stop believing that every decision you make needs to be perfect. Trading decisions may not always be perfect. You don't need to make a trade, then if you don't make a trade, then you'll never make any money and learn how to improve. So in real life, as people know, clear and perfect trading decisions are really rare. So, you need a certain level of risk to make decisions and to be successful. Another thing that helps with analysis paralysis, of course, is having a trading plan. Having a trading plan, something that you could repeat a lot, should have specific objectives and goals, and that could help you from getting stuck in this kind of over-analysis. And sometimes simplifying your trading strategy is really important. The simpler the decision and actions you make, sometimes it's easier to follow through. And the more components there are to your trading strategy, the more things can go wrong. Another thing is look for confluence. Traders can prevent analysis paralysis by looking for confluence, which is basically, it's where two or sometimes more points of your technical analysis coincide and both give you a signal to kind of, buy or sell. And so this can be helpful. Another thing is understand your own trading psychology. Analysis paralysis often has roots in one's own trading psychology. For instance, you may be somebody who have general issues with making decisions in your life. And if this is the case, then that is likely to come forward and be present for you, manifesting itself in analysis by paralysis. A lot of this for people is dealing with the failure of overcoming, their own mistakes. And sometimes really the best trades to make is no trade at all. So this can sometimes help, with analysis by paralysis. But again, this is something on one hand that is common for traders, but at the same time is something that often impedes and becomes obstacles in people trading successfully. So hopefully a couple of these bullet point reminders will hit home for you, and you can take note of that and try to work on taking steps to enhance and improve your own decision making, so you don't feel like you're stuck in this muck of analysis paralysis. So that's what I got for you today, Norm.
Very helpful. Much appreciated, Doc. We will. I believe you got your town hall on Wednesday, so we'll get a double dose this week.
There we go. Double dip. Thank you.
You got it. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, thank you, Dr. Katz, for that. All right, guys, let's get right to it. Our list today, again, not overly excited about what I see right now. I think it will get better. It usually does, but at the moment, not a whole lot looking great. I have Mrna on here. A lot of Bitcoin stuff up this morning. If you look at their daily too, they've been pretty nice the last couple of days, so that's good to see. We have Hood in here as well. That is very active. We know how careful you have to be on this one. We have DKNG. They're also looking to break out right now at the moment, creating a new pre-market high, so that's good there. The news is they're buying GNOG. We have AMD here as well. Not doing a whole lot right now, but I do love the daily on it, so we'll keep an eye on this one. And guys, I mean, even with a bad pre-market action, how great has AMD been at the start of the market, during the market trading day? So it's been pretty good. Definitely want to keep that one on deck. And then AMC, it's okay. Great pre-market action right now. We are getting into the green after being down quite a bit here. I believe someone mentioned these guys have earnings today. Is that correct? Let's take a look. AMC. Post-market earnings, August 9th. Yes, so post-market earnings today. We'll see how they trade up to that earning this morning. So again, not a crazy list. Not a big fan of it, but hopefully towards the market open, things start looking a little bit better. I see CCLs making some noise here, trying to get in the green there. Looks like good daily so far. NVST's got a lot of action. I'm just concerned how great this is going to be to trade. GNOG is on here. It's a buyout, as we mentioned, by DKNG. Usually the one that's buying the other companies, the one that drops, but they're gapping up, so that's very interesting. Looking forward to see how that's going to play out on DKNG, because we know they could trade very well. Here's Riot. I got Mrna. You can watch either one. AXSM, guys, I love this drop, but we've seen how garbage this stock can be. So we'll have to see how it plays out after the market open. ATER is another one that's dropping very well. I'm not familiar with how this thing trades. The volume is very light. I might drop this one off. Oxy is on here, picking up some volume right now. And then we also have Space, which can be very nice. Maybe after the market open, we'll get something. But pre-market right now, not seeing a whole lot on it this morning. So let's do some levels for what we have potentially that can be well. And let me see. I am okay. That is working. That's good. So we have colors have changed because I am on a different platform while I am locked out of my other main platform. So you see a green line instead of a red line on this software I'm using. 37.49 is the high of the pre-market. The low surrounded by the last two highs and lows of the last two trading days. So that is good there. I don't think you need to add anything towards the bottom here. I think you're pretty much set there. These levels are doing a really good job capturing the areas of resistance and support for the last two two trading days here as well. If you go back, you see more support and resistance on here as well. So that's good. Above the 37.49, which is your high of your pre-market, we do have a level all the way up here. It's going to be 39.69. And then slightly above that, what do we have here? Yeah, that's a good one right on here, guys. 43.75. Great area of resistance that becomes support for just a little bit, but a lot of resistance happening at that 43.75 area. So we're set there on Mrna, guys. Let's see how that goes. Very active pre-market action right now for Bitcoin. Everything with a lot of volume, gapping up about between 2 to 3%. You can look at several ones, including CAN, which I don't have on this list here. Here's Hood, guys. Recent IPO, 3 weeks now? They're going on the third week, and they've definitely seen more action than some stocks see the entire 10 years they've been on deck. So very active here, guys. They're up 5.5 right now, 1.4 million shares traded. As far as levels, I mean, you don't have to really add much. They're already settled in for you here. Again, it's not a whole lot to go by. I will mark down the high of the pre-market, 58.82, and I think that's all you really need. Everything else is set here, guys. So previous day close, right on is basically the low of the pre-market at the moment. We're seeing some resistance at 58.82 heading down towards the VWAP. Again, very, very active 1.4 at the moment. Here's DKNG. So again, I like their daily, guys. I like them more if they can break out of here. It would be great. I don't want them coming back down to all this congested area here. I think usually stocks can run more if they have a path of least resistance, and this is going to be towards the top, of course. So here, towards the bottom of the price action, there is this level here over at 53.30. I'm going to mark that down. No coincidence that in the pre-market now, we're seeing this action here, as you can see, right over here, right on that level. That is coming from this date over here, right? You can see, and also, if you go back even further, you see a lot of support happening there as well. So again, 53.38, a lot of action there. Definitely want to have that on deck. Slightly above that, our new high of the pre-market sitting over at 54.25. So slam a level there. And then above that, we have it all the way up here, 55.95. So let's see how DKNG plays out, guys. Looking good right now. It's just breaking out after consolidating a little bit here for a couple of minutes, about 30 minutes or so. Let's see if that can get going there. Heading down to AMD. Again, AMD not doing a whole lot right now, guys. We're just wrapping ourselves around the previous day close at the moment, slightly up. But again, the daily is great. If we were to lose this, it could be nice. A continuation towards the bottom here from the last two trading days have ended red. Or if we find support, we can also get a nice little pop here. So either way AMD goes, I think we're going to get the volume today. I think it's going to be active. Definitely one that we're going to be watching for weeks to come probably. It's been very, very nice. Level towards the bottom, we have 107. Great area support right on there, so that's good. 107.59. Then below that, we do have 103.63. Towards the top, guys, you do have the highs and lows of the last two trading days doing an amazing job. The high of the pre-market over at 111.68 is basically the low of 2 days ago. This would have been Thursday. And the low of the pre-market is basically the low of last trading day, which would have been Friday. So again, those are both marked for you right now. AMD is kind of stuck within that range at the moment. Getting better pre-market action, as you can see here. Look how great it's starting to trade now, right? Here's a little choppy, right? You don't want to see this. This is what you want to see. Better, clean candles. And you're getting that. So you're getting more fine-tuned, increased volume there as well. So that's looking good. Let's hope that continues there for AMD. Here's AMC. Again, good pre-market action, 952,000. Let's see how it trades up over towards their earnings after the market close. Low of the pre-market exactly at 32. We'll put a level there. High of the pre-market a little bit lower than the highs from Friday. This is going to be over at 33.39. So 33.39 high of the pre-market. We're kind of just pretty much stuck in the middle here right now on AMC. Let's see if we're going to get some good action out of this one as we get into their earnings today. And then the possibles, just to recap real quick, CCL is looking good. NVST, very active, but this thing, the couple of times it didn't trade all that well. GNOG doesn't look good right now. Riot looks great. Well, actually, Mary looks a little bit better, but this is a great pop this morning. AXSM, okay. ATER, okay. Oxys, is okay, not great. In space. So a lot of stuff that looks somewhat decent, not decent, but somewhat okay, that can hopefully get better as we move into the market open. All right, let's see what our moderators have this morning, 907. And you can tell there's not a clear defined list this morning because I only have one moderator's list, which is Thor. And the first comment is nothing is jumping out at me. Some tickers with interesting charts are new. So what he's looking at gold, DKNG, AMD, NEO, secondary list, pins, Apple, and Workhorse. So kind of tells you what kind of morning it is. Our patience definitely needs to be on top shape here because there's not a lot that looks great. That all could change. We've seen it many times where we have a list like this that looks ugly, and then tomorrow morning, not tomorrow morning, and the market open, it can get a whole lot better, or right before the market open. But definitely got to be patient and eyes on scanners on a day like today. We'll wait for the other moderators to throw out their list. Guys, is there anything out there that looks better than what we have on our main list? Throw it out there. We want to see good volume, a nice pop if we can, if you have that. And if you have a catalyst, even better, a beautiful daily, something that looks clean. And if we don't, that's perfectly all right. AQ is throwing out CAN. CAN, again, very similar to Mrna right now. And I like the way Mrna trades a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, I think, just the way I see them. So yeah, you can watch CAN though. It is in play. And then Chris MC is saying nada. That's nothing. So I agree 100%. There's not a whole lot that looks interesting this morning. To Charles, F you to you. I thought that's in play. Yeah, not in play this morning. Very light on volume. Did we look at Sophie? Sophie, let's take a look here. Sophie this morning. They got 1.4, 564,000. Their daily is interesting. We had this in our list before. I didn't like the way it trade. We can put it as a possible. I see some volume moving around there, but again, I'm not liking the way this thing traded the few times I had it on my list. Not saying that today could not be interesting. We had a couple of breakouts on this here, as you can see right now. It's trying to do that area of resistance, and we broke out before out of 16, so that was nice too. So I'm not sure if you're going to get any one of these continuation days you had recently. We'll have to wait how that plays out. And mRNA is active. mRNA. Yeah, very active, consolidating right now on the daily, as you can see here. You got some activity. Volume overall, though, only 137. So that kind of concerns me a little bit, especially with this one, because this is a tough trade. mRNA is not an easy stock to trade, and it's worse when you have lighter volume. So that could change at the market open. It looks like it's getting a little bit toppy on the daily here, right? It's struggling to maintain above 420 there. So we'll have to see how that's gonna turn out. But at the moment, as far as the stuff that we're used to seeing, guys, right? We saw our watch list last week. Actually, last week was great, though, right? Brian talked about it. Thor traded last week as well. We had so many opportunities, and out of the gates, our watch list, it was a blockbuster list for most of the days. It was very, very active. A lot of stuff you can watch. We're not seeing that this morning, so we got to be very careful there. Okay, so outside of that, let me see here. I believe Andrew and Brian will be trading live this morning. So make sure you hit that thumbs up, guys, as we transition over to our live trading this morning over on YouTube. So we highly, highly appreciate that. And if it's your first time here, consider subscribing. And just a quick reminder before I hand it off to these guys, tonight we are doing onboarding class, right? We're doing our onboarding class at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you have not signed up for that, please do so. You'll have myself, Mike, usually John is with us as well. Even Kyle steps in a little bit there towards the end as he prepares for his class at 9 p.m. advanced tech class as well. So again, tons of stuff happening today. Definitely join us this evening if you have not done so over on YouTube. You could do a trial for $24. Use pre-market 24. You get a whole week access to the onboarding webinar, to our intro classes, and also to our chat room, and you can see what the environment is like. After we cut off on YouTube at 10:30, tons of other moderators come on. You have Norm comes on, John comes on, Mike. I mean, you just have a slew of guys coming on and girls coming on and joining our trading live. So, all right, guys, I think we're pretty much set. I'm waiting for no list tech issues. Yeah, see, a lot of our guys are having this tech issues with IB where they're asking us to sign this, not IB, I'm sorry, DAS, to sign that page. So Dima doesn't have a list for us today, but Tiffany does. She has DKNG, Mrna, a secondary list AMD, Tesla, and Hood. And Eamon has mRNA, NKLA, and potential short on JD. So that's his list this morning. Peter's reporting no IPOs for this morning, so pretty clean there. And let's see what else we have. And that's it for right now. So again, cannot stress enough. Workhorse missed their earnings. Are they moving now? Oh, there we go. See now, yeah. Now we can probably add this to our list. Yeah, this is good. Now we're talking. Workhorse. All right, adding Workhorse, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes our 6 there. Workhorse getting a nice little drop here before. After reporting earnings, and we'll see how that's going to play out. We do have shares for short, so that is nice. Oh no, actually, I'm in the sim account. I don't know if IB does. I can't log into my IB. We usually do have shorts for them on IB.
Yeah, Workhorse has shorts, brother.
Perfect. All right, so that's looking good there. All right, we are.
I would just
perfect.
Heads up on that though. On Workhorse, just know, and I hate it when they do this. Their earnings conference call is at 10 a.m. Eastern, so it's half an hour into the market open, and they'll be discussing stuff as the stock is trading in the open market. So it can turn on a dime one way or the other, depending on if the CEO or CFO or something says something that triggers a change. So just keep that in mind.
Good point, Norm. There. All right, so I'm hearing that now they've added a button. You can sign the doc later on DAS. That is the way to go. All right, so I'll be able to log in after this. Peter, he's looking at AMD, Hood, AMC, secondary list, AXSM, GNOG with DKNG, which again DKNG is buying out GNOG, but there's a lot of stock on there, so that could actually both move. Although DKNG is looking rather active this morning, and Workhorse as well. Excellent. All right, that is what we have, guys. Again, make sure you hit that thumbs up, guys. I know we ask it for it because it means a whole lot to us here, especially as we grow our channel. So thank you for that. A little gesture on your end means the world to us. So thank you so much for that. Appreciate you very, very much. And for those who have done it already, special thanks to you as well. Okay, guys, we are set. Just give us a quick minute as Brian and Andrew hop on. And I don't think Andrew has traded in a week, so he's going to have to shake some rust off here this morning. And
Andrew doesn't rust. I think he's titanium.
Dude, I agree with you 100%. 100%. So we are all set in just a couple of minutes here, guys. Give us a sec. If any other moderators have their list, throw it out and I can read them out now. Norma, you going to be watching anything interesting?
I'm still looking. I'm behind the curve after being thrown off and getting online late and everything else. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of anything I'm seeing, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yep. Agree. Yeah, it's not looking overly exciting for this Monday, which is okay, guys. We had a really good week last week, so we have one of those off days on our watch list. Is perfectly fine. Works. What is Works up to? Works. It's starting to get going here. Yeah, starting to get going. 24, 3 million. Yeah, this is good. What's the float on Works? I don't think it's a low float, right? Or is it? No, it is. It is. Works is a low float. Put it on here. We have any down here as well. But they're not looking that good. I don't know. We'll keep them on here. Yeah, Works looks a lot better at the moment. They're definitely cranking up, guys. 28%, 3.1 million right now. While we wait for Brian and Andrew to hop on, I am going to, let's find to the secondary list, guys. It's too much on here. Sophie, I'm going to remove. Potential breakout, but it's just not there yet. CCL, I like because we can get something going here. MVST at the moment, great pre-market action. It's just at the market open. This thing has been pretty crappy, though. So I have no faith that that's going to trade well. We'll keep it there for now. GNOG, it's got some good volume here. And this is what we're talking about. Norm mentioned, it's all stocks. So you are going to get movement, although it's a buyout. And you're seeing that right now. Usually you see just a flat line going across with tons of volume. On this one, you are getting movement. So that could be interesting, guys. Nice pop over 48%. This could be probably on our main list, actually. Yeah, I think this could be on our main list. It's moving well. GNOG, I'm going to, oops. GNOG, no. Hold on. Let's fix that. Here we go. GNOG. There it is. Yeah, it's looking good, guys. Very, very active. Let's remove it from our secondary list. We'll drop something else. Riot. I'm going to remove Riot just not to have so much on here. I already have Mrna. That's my Bitcoin for today. Bitcoin is definitely active. You can watch a couple of those. ASXSM. As much as I love this drop, this stock is just not great to trade, guys. We'll keep it on here. ATER is down. I don't like this one. I'm going to remove it.
Later.
Yeah, exactly. Oxy's on deck at the moment. Pre-market is not great though. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off my list, guys. If you see something great on it, that's the great thing about being in a community here. I know somebody might be watching this. We also have our scanners. If we see it come up, we can take advantage of it. But right now, I don't see anything great. We'll keep space on here because this one can get very active very quickly. So recap, Mrna. We have Hood, which has been very active this morning. DKNG also looking good. AMD starting to get cranking here. Love the pre-market action. Great volume there. AMC getting into the green and doing it in some nice fashion here as well. Workhorse, we'll see how that plays out. And then we have GNOG as well here, very active. So I got one too many. And I'll tell you this, the one I'm probably going to move down is Hood because just the risk management on that one could be a little more difficult. So I'll move Hood down. That's going to be a top possible for me. It is definitely in play, don't get me wrong, guys, but I think it can be towards the bottom here. Right, I think we're pretty much set. Pretty much set, guys. GNOG is going to dip at the open, after the open. It can. We'll have to see. Anything's possible. I try not to predict what something's going to do until you start seeing the price action. But looking at it, it does look a little weak right now. But just don't have a bias going in there, right? Just read the price action, look at all your indicators, level 2, time and sales, volume, chart patterns, and then match it up against your trade book. And if it looks good, go for it, right? That's the plan, at least. All right, we have Jared coming in with his list: AMD, AMC, and BTC stocks on there. Yes, a lot of BCT stocks in play this morning, so a whole lot to watch there today. And then John, just watching this morning. John is just cranking up after his vacation, so he'll just be taking a look at things before he jumps in.
Trying to get rid of his hangover, his vacation hangover.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, there's Brian with his list coming in: GNOG, AMD, AMC, Riot, and Mrna. So he is good to go. That's a good one. And there's Andrew. I'll share some of this here. Andrew with his list. Look at Jared's list, John's watch list, Mark and Rita on there. And Andrew with his list: Hood, AMC, GNOG, BT, DKNG, and AMD for him there. So, all right, I see Brian is on. Good morning, Brian. How are you doing today?
Morning, Brian.
Good morning. Well, kind of got thrown off like everybody with this thing about DOS, but
would have been nice had they warned us that was
could have done it on the weekend. Yeah, exactly.
That would have been nice.
But yeah, anyway, so I'm a little bit behind the curve here, but yeah.
Well,
so
I'll tell you this much: you're not missing a whole lot right now. Hopefully things get better. But with that said, man, we are going to hop off. We'll let you to it. I know Andrew will be on in just a sec as well to join us over on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining the pre-market prep as we get ready for the live trading. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and like. It means a whole lot to it, guys. Take care. See you guys later.
Take care, guys. Trade safe.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Norm, Carlos. Oh, wait. Can she get me a coffee too, please?
No, it's only for me. Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me in the chat room? Everyone should be able to see my screen as well. We just have to switch the channel. Perfect. So sorry, guys, about last week. I was in Colorado, and I just had so much fun that I even didn't send newsletter. So I'm sorry missing that. And I missed a lot of action. That's definitely something.
Hood was good.
I know.
Hood was good.
I was watching it. The problem with Colorado is that you have to start early because usually in the afternoon they get thunderstorm. So I was planning to start after trading, go climbing, and then I have all the time because they're in the mountain time. But the problem is you have to start early because otherwise in the afternoon lightning and thunderstorms are coming, and I don't want to get into the lightning yet. Perfect. So this DAS agreement, I got you thing. I got the option of doing it next time. I don't know. You didn't get that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So.
I figured it was going to be fast, so I tried filling it out, but I never got my email, confirmation email. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. I think some people might get locked out. So Hood is interesting. Robinhood's the crazy day that went to $90. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 85, yeah.
I wasn't there. Let's see if we can get opening range break up on it. Bitcoin up 45,000. It might start really running back up again. Go back to all-time high.
Who didn't trade well on Friday. So just be careful with that.
I don't know. You guys should be able to see my screen. So. Perfect. Oh, garbage trucks are coming.
Yeah, work's going. I'm adding WORX to my watch list here.
Which one?
WORX.
WORX. It's like, oh yeah, it's pretty active. Oh,
Yeah.
look at the chart.
I got GNOX, Works, AMD, Riot.
AMC. AMC and NEO have
AMC reported this morning.
Oh, they already did?
Yeah. Really isn't doing much. Just flatlining.
Yeah, might be really out of in play. But
I'm gonna get some water. Back in a sec.
all right, so I don't know. I don't know how Hood is trading. Is it trading nicely? It looks like an excellent price range and volume for me, but I don't know if it's trading well or not. Crazy good or crazy bad? Yeah, wild, huh? It's amazing. Donkey Kong, DKNG. That one is popping up, losing it a little bit slowly. Works. $4, lower price of stocks. Works is a lower price of stock. Might go to 475. See how it does. No, I think AMD is after close up. What is Apple doing? IWM is doing nothing. I still have a bunch of TNA. My TNAs are actually in profit, so that's pretty good. So I have that still running around. So you guys should be able to see my screen. You just have to switch from Carlos' channel to my channel. For those of you who are in the chat room, you should be able to see my screen as well. Hood is popping up, huh? 7%. At the low of the yesterday is around 60. Yeah, the loot definitely looks interesting. We do have shares for short as well. Is it shortable? Oh yeah, tons of shares for short. So that's good. How are you guys in the pre-market in YouTube? I hope everyone is doing well. By the way, we do have this. Norm mentioned that for those of you who don't know, we do have this charity event going on. Whatever you guys donate, I'll match. Every month for a cause that we care about. I think it's this one. What July was social suicide prevention, but definitely we can look into that. So that would be really nice if we can do that.
Hood's breaking
Yeah.
out.
So we just started end of July. We have $259. I definitely match it, so that will be $500. If you want to have more in August, we can definitely more. Feel free to donate, but don't donate too much because I have to match. No, I'm just kidding. That's it. Is it 200,000? It's or that's 2 million, is it? Or I'm losing my. It's 2 million shares. I'm losing my eye vision. Happy Monday. Oh, space. What's space up to? Space is
Flat. Just completely flat. The SPY looks like it's going to go red or green on the day. The AMD is popping here.
China Code Works. AMD, BTBT. Yeah, instead of AMC, I might actually look at AMD because that doesn't look anything at all. I might actually look AMD to AMD. I can't believe that the last week AMD was 100. Now it's 111.
Yep.
It went up to 122.
Yeah, it was over 120. Yeah, really ripped.
You can't leave this market even for 1 week. I really like Hood. That might be one of the because I want to see how it's being traded as well at the price action and everything. 2 million shares volume. That's pretty good. I gotta be honest, doing some stuff.
Space is dropping.
Garbage truck, Peter. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what's happening outside. DKNG.
Watching space.
All right, so the market is open. Let's see what Hood is doing. It's a little bit extended Hood. BTBT doing some stuff. Works.
SPY went green.
Qs are strong, that's for sure.
Yeah. Shorted space at the VWAP. Here we go.
GNOG is interesting. GNOG. I like the volume in GNOG. I love the order flow on Hood as well. GNOG. If GNOG comes back up, it might be a good long. I just want to see what's happening on it. GNOG. It's 18.
Just covering some space here at 33.03. Waiting for it to drop again.
GNOG. Yeah, it's kind of weak. If it comes above this 1 minute open range, it might be a good one. But right now it's setting out. So Hood, no, Hood is also weak. AMD sold off.
Getting
I'm taking a long on GNOG, GNOG.
I'm long on Riot.
Small size. Let's see if it came above 1830. Oh, don't sell off. No. Let's see. Shit, this is gonna sell off. No. Let's see. This GNOG hasn't set up for a 1 minute open range breakup, so I got out of it at 18. But I think it might come back up. It hasn't set up really for 1 minute open range breakup. Again, I just jump in too early on it. Looks like it wants to grow, but I'm getting out of it completely. It's not ready yet.
So I'm long Riot, still short space. I did cover some down at 33. Space might actually pop. Gonna get out of space. I'm getting out of space.
Donkey Kong doesn't get any volume.
Here we go. Selling some Riot here at 38.
DKNG. What's the float on DKNG? Anyone knows that? GNOG, sorry. This one looks like a really nice volume, but kind of struggling. Doesn't want to sell out. It doesn't want to see what it does. I just got out of it with a small loss.
Selling some more Riot here to 38.33. So Riot's the only thing I've got right now.
BTBT might be a long. Taking a long on BTBT 1925. Let's see. I'm long BTBT 1925. Oh, there you go. What a beautiful pop. Sold some at 1972. I'm all out on it actually. TNA is just sold off. Yeah, BTBT is gonna be a squeezing like that. I'm all out on BTBT. I got a small size from 1920 to 1970.
Just sold some more Riot here at 38.51.
I should have held a little bit on BTBT.
Quiet Riot. Yes, we're going to 39.
BTBT is going to go to 20. For some reason, I got out completely. It's just, it's been, BTBT was nice. Really, really nice. It's Hood up to. Hood is garbage. GNOG really didn't do anything.
Just sold some more Riot 39.03.
Did anyone cut BTBT? I kind of messed up because it hasn't been trading for a while. I don't trust my decision. So I haven't lost GNOG 1300, BTBT 2000. I'm up to $579. I don't know if kind of messed up. My space is nice. Not a lot of volume though. GNOG. I don't know if GNOG is going to go up. Handcuffs. I'm taking a long on GNOG and 1815. Small size. I want to get a breakout on this.
I think Works, the Works get halted? I'm just trading Riot right now.
I'm long GNOG and I want to see if it bounces back from this level. I want to see if it can get to VWAP and maybe above.
Oh, SPY just took a giant dive.
Oh, Q's as well, yeah.
Okay, so Works is halted. Thank you. I'm all out of Riot. I don't know what's going on with the SPY, but that's making me a little bit
nervous, eh?
Nervous, yeah. Wow, that was a real dive. That's okay. I had a really good, had a nice opening range breakout on Riot.
BTBT is bouncing back. I don't know, it's GNOG. I really shouldn't be in this GNOG right now. I'm getting out of it. It's not ready for opening range breakout, to be honest. It's really, really struggling. I hate the price action on it. IWM sold off, bouncing back a little bit.
Yeah.
This is
SPY went down, tested Friday's low. When actually dropped below it. AMC is still ripping here.
AMC?
Yeah.
Hood is struggling. Works got halted. There was good opportunities. I just didn't get anything. I don't know, for some reason, AMC is a good ripping higher. Yeah, that's really nice. AMD extremely weak. I'm down $100. I lost a little bit more on GNOG. Yeah, this GNOG, unfortunately.
Ooh, SPY is continuing lower. SPY is getting beat up.
IWM is down. What's up with IWM? It's killing us, IWM. In this range is killing us.
Okay, I'm flat on pretty much everything right now.
Hood might go up, but
AMC is cranking.
Hood might pop up now. Taking a hoop just for fun. See if you can get the opening range break up. Might be a choppy day for Hood. It looks like a very choppy day, but I just want to be in there because I've never been there.
Works is open.
I just want to be part of history on Hood because I've never traded that. This is the first time I'm trading it, so let's get that. I'm 15, 19, 30. See if we can make a little bit of a move on that. AMC ripping. BTBT is coming back up. I like BTBT. Yeah, I'm long Hood. 2,000 share. Let's see if we can actually get there. Get a breakout on it. It might be a very choppy day on Hood. It's not necessarily. Oh, there you go. How do you go? Come on. You go to 60, please. Books came out of the
Came out of the halt. Yep.
halt. Yeah, might be a good entry at 440 for the breakout. I'm getting a long at Vox at 440. Let's see if I can get breakout on 50. I'm long the books at 440, breakout at 450, or maybe not.
Just getting along AMD.
With Vox, I'm getting out of Vox more. I'm getting out more. That's the thing that I wanted to get. Getting out more at 460. That's a good breakout. Hood. Yeah, I think Hood is gonna be nothing. So I'm gonna get out of Hood, guys. Which is short, idiot. Vox. I'm gonna focus on Vox. I think I'm gonna make my day with Vox. WORX long at 440 after the halt. That was the halt, huh? There was a halt, huh?
Yes. Yes, it was. According to Peter.
Yeah. There was a halt. So I'm long on it at 440. Let's get to 460. Yeah, very nice.
I'm out of AMD.
No. You don't go.
Yeah, I think it is going to bounce here. There goes Riot, still holding on here.
I'm getting out of Vox. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think Works was trading that great, so we're going with Riot. Back long Riot.
BTBT is really nice. I don't know why am I not doing BTBT again. BTBT was a really nice open range breakout. Yeah.
Just back long Riot. I just sold some 39.30.
Wow. Right.
On that pop.
I think crypto is gonna go back up. Might be a good time to just buy some of these blockchains. Is there a good ETF that you recommend for blockchain?
Well, there's Grayscale, GTBC, GBTC. There's some blockchain. There's some Canadian blockchain stuff too. Hut 8.
I'm getting another long on Robinhood. At 59.60, I want to see in Canada QBTC. Okay, thanks. QBTC. Idiot.
Just selling some more here. Riot.
Okay, I'm getting out of
39.10. Here we go. Come on, giddy up.
AMD might do a reversal.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. There we go. Selling some more, 39.48.
I'm taking a long on the AMD 109 for a double bottom reversal. Did I took? Yeah. 109. AMD.
AMC bounced off the VWAP. That's AMC, not AMD. All right, yeah, let's see if we can get to. I'm holding for 40 here. PST. I just can't trade that stock. It's just too erratic.
Let's see if AMD can do pop back to VWAP. It's too early for it.
Okay, I'm out of the rest of Riot and just.
Definitely today is not a day for Robinhood because it's really, really choppy.
Yeah, I told you it was choppy on Friday. I got caught on Friday. I remember it popped up. I sold some, and then it just pulled back. Had to take a loss on the rest. So it was a kind of a nothing trade in the end.
Yeah, definitely is not a.
Yeah, it had its day in the sun.
Holding some AMD, see if we can get up.
Yeah, AMD, gosh, help me out.
Probably is not gonna. I think it was a little bit too early for it. I think it was a little bit too early for a reversal. Yeah, I think it was.
Might not be. It might be putting in a double bottom here. Tempted
Yeah,
to try it again.
For reversal AMD?
Yeah, I'm tempted to try it again. It still looks, it's kind of holding this S2 level.
Kind of does. And I wish I wasn't jumping too early.
Yeah, I'm
might
just
go down to moving average here.
Yeah, I just took an entry on it at 108.77.
Yeah.
As long as it holds this 60 level.
Holding GNOG as well. See if GNOG can pop back up.
Here we go. Come on.
Trades like a garbage. This GNOG. Garbage trucks are coming for me.
Taking out the trash.
Yeah. They should take me. I'm coming. This trading today. Jesus.
Okay, still holding AMD. It's struggling a little bit here, but if it drops below 60, I'll get out. Okay, I'm out of it. It's 2 trades on AMD that haven't worked out.
Yeah, today is really big. I think it's going to go up. Me as well. I'm getting a stopped out already as well, guys. Hood. I'm not going to touch Hood.
GNOG does kind of look like it's trying to hold this 1780.
What's ARC doing? I'm going to add some to my ARC here. I have some ARC position. GNOG is finally popped up. I took a small reversal on GNOG at 1799. It's really hard to trade it. I got a small reversal on it, so it can go higher.
SPY's bouncing back, right back. I'm going to take thinking about taking another long on AMD. Third time lucky. Back in. 108.77 again.
I'm long GNOG at 18. I want to see if I can go above
long AMD here. Finally, it's working. that darn AMD.
I'm getting back long AMD as well with Brian at 109. Let's see if we can get at least to VWAP.
Just sold some at 715, 109.15, just because it's at the 9 moving average.
Brian, you're selling? No.
I sold some just a revenge trade now.
I see GNOG can go up to 1820. AMD is still holding some. I jumped back in there at 108. What's my average? 109. See if you can get to. Yeah, this is a very garbage reversal, to be honest, on AMD.
Right, AMD, you just got to give it some time. It's still hitting the 9 moving average, still using that as resistance.
Adding some long at on GNOG at 1813. I'm adding a little bit on it. See if you can pop. Let's put it above for like a lightning bolt pattern on GNOG. On this micro pullback, let's see if we can get above the VWAP. AMD.
Just no volume on GNOG. Volume's dropping right off on it.
Yeah. No, definitely not great.
Okay, here we go with AMD finally. Come on, get up to the view app.
I want me up on AMD, please.
Still using that 9 moving average. JD's popping. Oh, the Chinese stocks. Some of the Chinese stocks are warming up a bit. Baidu's up. JD's up.
Right.
KWeb's up. I think we're getting a bit of a squeeze today on these stocks.
AMD.
I know AMD's. Yeah, back up the garbage truck.
Really, it is a garbage truck, man. It is. Yeah, it just doesn't have that. It doesn't have that thing.
Well, it's trying to. It's really struggling at the 9 moving average every time it gets up there. I'm going to get out of the rest of it flat. I don't like it.
Yeah. Me as well.
Okay. Got some money.
Yeah, me
back
as well.
on.
I'm getting out of AMD. AMD was my biggest loss today. Piece of garbage. GNAG, I'm still long GNAG. Let's see if you can. I think this lightning bolt pattern on GNAG is good. Might try to get
Yeah, Neo's kicking it. I think some of the Chinese stocks are catching a bit of a bid today.
Oh, AMD is popping.
Fucking AMD.
It's garbage, man. Garbage.
I hate AMD. Peter, your
GNAG
stock
GNAG is really good. No, GNAG is really good. I that's gonna be my day. GNAG, thanks. Oh yeah, look at this sell 1835 sold a little bit more. AMD popped up to damn it, garbage.
Now you stay away from AMD. It's crap.
Arc popped up nice. Very nice. Very nice arc. Setting some arc here. Oh, didn't get filled. Come on. GNAG, guys, GNAG is gonna pop up. It did pop up above the VWAP, so I'm long on it. Sold a little bit more at 1849. Happened with ARC. Did I get filled? Yes. Today is not a day for Hood and AMD. AMD was a really nice opening range breakdown, but hard to catch it because it was really popping up and then sold off really nicely. TNA, IWM, doing some stuff. I doubt IWM is going to go up. GNAG is going to go up. I'm going to hold some GNAG. I think it might go. Yeah, it might go up to 19. I'm going to hold some GNAG and because my entry is awesome. My entry is at 18. Yeah, AMD is horrible today. Like Hood was also horrible. How much I lost on Hood? Ah, shit. Yeah, index is weak. IWM is certainly weak.
KWeb still moving up here.
ARC is doing some stuff.
We got some buying. Maybe some short squeeze happening with some of the Chinese stocks, Chinese internet stocks, Chinese stocks in general.
USD CAD. Actually, might be a good idea to change some USD CAD. I'm gonna sell some of the USD here.
Yeah, this is the kind of the way that hood traded on Friday. Had that really one good day, and since then it's been a chop fest at the open.
Riot sold off, couldn't really break out. Well, I'm still long on GNOG. I want to see if GNOG can go up. I think it has the potential to go back up 19. I'm going to be a little bit patient with GNOG. My day turned out to be good. I mean, my biggest loss was AMD and Hood, but GNOG is doing really well. I really didn't make any money out of anything else. BTBT was also... Did I trade BTBT? What did I do on BTBT? Oh yeah, that was a really nice breakout.
Yeah, I had a really good day on Riot. I traded, got that opening range breakout on that.
It's fucking hot here. It's like a sauna.
There's a sauna. You got a sauna at the office now? Gosh. Oh wow. Yeah, Hood's just no touch right now. At least for me, it's a no touch. I see NVIDIA really sold off. Only when the windows are closed.
Yeah, I can't open the window because the garbage trucks are waiting for me. When I am here, I was here for a week. I make the office so cold because my temperature is always high. These guys are always freezing in there. My condo is also really cold always. Now I'm just sweating. I don't know. Maybe it's also the stress of trading. Piece of garbage, AMD.
Yeah, it's dropping again.
So I have some GNOG. I want to see if GNOG can send us somewhere. I still hold it. I think I have a really good entry. So my entry was at 1797, and then I added back at 1810. And I want to see if you can get to. I like the volume on it. I want to see if you can get to 19. Now that it's above the VWAP, it might be a good hold. TNA, come on, TNA, don't be a garbage. Stuck. IWM is struggling. I'm selling some of my TNA here.
Every index, all the indexes are red except for the Qs, which are green. I got along some KWeb. I actually might turn that into. I'm going to turn that, doing that in a swing account, thinking it might be a swing trade. The only thing I don't like about that is all that has to happen is the Chinese government's going to make another announcement. It'll tank all the Chinese stocks again.
I wonder if they do it on purpose and they buy the puts.
Yeah, maybe. It's possible.
I wonder that. You know how easily they can manipulate this stuff.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So I'm done with my day, to be honest. I'm just holding some GNOG to see if you can get to a little bit of a squeeze. I had two losses. The first one, I totally deserved it. The second one was Yeah, I got to be very patient with it, apparently. I don't know. I mean, you never know. When it's something is choppy, especially when you don't know the stock, you got to be careful. The more uniform time and sells that you got, it's a better trading. No, don't do it. Definitely don't do it. I took some AMD eventually popping up. I purposely kept my size down because again I don't know like who I still, after 1 week of trading, really not trading. I don't know. I'm just gonna get back into that slowly. Like AMD is gonna go up. That was the hope. That I was hoping that we can get something like that, but it just really got me. Indexes are recovering a little bit. IWM tries to SPY, is doing some stuff. Yeah, GNUG I think is the best. To be honest, I think it has the potential to. I think I add a little bit on it too as well. 1850.
I'm just long some DKNG. Looks like it's trying to break through the VWAP here. This time of day, I'm just.
BTVT is officially dead.
AMC's come ripping back here. V reversal right off the S2 level.
AMD VWAP, yeah. I added someone to GNUG. I think GNUG has the potential. It's also short also. What are you laughing at, Brian?
Just,
My garbage trucks.
Yeah.
Over there.
Someone's playing.
Man, when we signed the lease for this office, nobody told us about that. It was not part of showing.
Well, probably most people aren't in the office right now, so wouldn't matter anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's good. It's good because I want to jump down. Today I traded like garbage on AMD. Yeah, it's in downtown. Come on, Gina, you can break the highs. Exactly, I should do that. No, I'm gonna get one of these noise cancellation things. I think Nvidia has one, so you hear only me, but I just haven't figured it out.
Yeah, I'm out of DKNG. It doesn't look like it's gonna pop here.
TNA, it's coming up, eh? TNA is coming up, eh?
Yeah.
Apple. WOX come back. VORX. I don't know if I want to trade it though.
It's back at the VWAP.
Um, 5 years old, John. No, it's there is a software that if you install, the mic you cancel the noise on the microphone and you hear only me. So I got to do that. Eamon and folks mentioned that to me. I just haven't done that. Gold and silver are getting hammered, Jared.
Yeah, the miners aren't really taking much of a hit, but I don't know what. I looked at the price of the actual underlying are today.
It's so amazing that after 1 week of not trading, your mindset would change. Like today, I wasn't the usual Andrew. I didn't know what's going on, and I wasn't certain of my decisions. It's amazing that 1 week you're not trading, 1 week, and then you start.
You should have gone back to Sim.
I might have. No, actually, it turned out to be really good. GNUG is really good. GNUG is really, really good. But I wonder. Like my TNA is positive. That's the most important element that I have right now. Yeah, Jason, it's because it is a very mental game. So it's very important to stay in a very powerful mental things. And now that you're coming back, like John is coming back from a vacation, and he's just taking it easy, just getting back in there, taking it a little slow, and I can feel it now. That I don't want to be really too aggressive about anything. My TNA is green. Do you remember which one of you were making fun of my TNA? Show yourself. It was in YouTube. Come on. Which one of your $600, 600 people were making fun of my TNA? It's green. The Lamborghini. I'm going to work on the Lamborghini project. Stocks only go up. Stocks only go up.
Wow. Oil's down, natural gas is down. Yeah, gold and silver down quite a bit today. Yeah. 10-year Treasury is pretty flat, just below 1.3.
It's funny that oil at $100 or at minus $20 per barrel, the gas in Vancouver just stays $2. That doesn't matter. It's so expensive gas these days.
Yeah.
GNOG bastard. Jump down. Okay, GNOG is dropping. Although I'm still holding it, it's near my entry. 1820 is my stop loss. See what it does in this drop, but that's not a good drop.
All I can say about GNOG now is the volume's picking up a bit on it.
Yeah. Premium gas is $2 per liter, which would be like $8 per gallon. The regular one is $1.7. It's crazy, and it doesn't matter what's the price of oil. These guys are charging whatever they want. Do you remember Hugo when the oil price went negative $25? I thought maybe they give us free gas, but no, they're still charging us.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, they were charging for storage.
Yeah. Well, Alberto, BC has a little bit. I think 30 cents per liter is the carbon tax that British Columbia charges, which does make sense, but it's still very expensive. The other provinces are a little bit earlier because the carbon tax is different on them. I'm coming, Greg. I'm coming. Bitcoin riots. Yeah, I've never really traded Bitcoin and Mrna, Riot and Mrna. I might buy some. For the other account, I might buy some Bitcoin. What was the fund that you mentioned? GBTC.
Yeah, GBTC is like Bitcoin Grayscale.
Yeah, I might buy some of that actually, because I think there is another really nice breakout. I think Bitcoin might go back up to 65,000. It's definitely a short squeeze, as well as probably again the mania starts. 30. I might get to like 1,000 share or something because I have a big FOMO on crypto. No, Hugo. I mean, the Coinbase, the amount of money that I'm depositing and buying and selling, it's a pain to go through that. In Canada, they have a lot of things that you can deposit more than $1,000 or something like that for money laundering. I better to go through an instrument or derivative in the stock market. This is the best because all of the accounts is like, I want to buy $1 million GBTC. Good luck wiring this out and into the Bitcoin. Plus, it's the securities, that the issues that they have. I think it's really good to just invest in the derivatives in the stock market. This is a regulated market. The banking and everything is secure and safe. I don't want to mess up with. I don't need to directly. I mean, buying directly the Bitcoin is like buying real physical gold. You don't need to really go buy the physical gold. There are so many derivatives that you can buy, ETFs or stocks correlated to the price of the Bitcoin, and it's everything is in the same account for me. TC futures.
And yeah,
Yeah,
Neo's
yeah.
just
Neo-
grinding higher.
Neo has the earning this week. Is it tomorrow, Neo?
Yes. I think so, yeah. Neo's aftermarket close.
Yeah, JJ, but at the same time, it makes you mentioned that, yeah, if you have the assets directly, you can buy and sell it in 24 hours, but that's not necessarily a good thing that the market is open 24/7. I told you the mental health of a trader is very, very important. When the market is 24/7 is working, you just constantly, especially if you have a big position, you go nuts. You really, really go nuts. You got to be really careful. I mean, like, if you have $2,000 of Bitcoin, that's okay. But if you have a bigger position, which I do, that might be really, really an issue. So I don't want to just constantly. I'm getting out of GNAG. GNAG is really doing nothing. So for example, look at my position when I have $1 million TNA. I just can't look at it constantly. Look at the sun as volatile as I think. It's very important to just, at least for me, it doesn't make sense.
Riot's still going to go here.
AMD is squeezing now. That's exactly what we wanted to do.
Yeah, it's a piece of crap. Actually, Peter would have told us to wait. You have to let.
Yeah, he did mention that you have to wait for that. That's
you
for
have
sure.
to let the paper hands.
So we opened the registration for Peak Capital, guys. I'm going to send an email. If anyone wants to, we start another one in September. And if anyone is really, really interested for Peak Capital, the webinars and mentorship and the courses and everything in there. But more than anything else, guys, Peak Capital is an accountability program. You enroll in a program, you commit yourself to 3 months of working with a group of people, and try to develop your trade book. There's no magic secret sauce in Peak Capital that we're gonna, Thor is gonna add his own webinars of volume price analysis. So the new addition from the last 3 boot camps would be the Thor's webinar, and then you work with 2 team captains. But more than anything else, I think the money that you're paying is the commitment and accountability that you're gonna get through this boot camp to become a better trader. This is very important. Sometimes you have to pay for accountability, like private gym trainers. I have a gym trainer that it's been 5 years. I go with him twice a week. I pay him $50 a session, and it's every single session is the same circle that is just biceps and back and shoulder. It's everything the same. I can do it myself, but I'm paying him that $50 because I know I'm not gonna do it myself. That's the accountability. He's holding me accountable. If I'm late, he's texting me. And that's the price just for accountability. And he knows that. I'm telling him that you're just doing nothing. You're getting paid for my laziness. But there's no way that I myself keep myself motivated to go to the gym, do those practices. So that's very important to when you're signing up into a bootcamp. More than materials or webinars that you're getting, is more is that accountability that you've now forced yourself. Okay, I paid. This is a program. They're ready for me. Simon is going to look at my trade book. Dima and Ayman are working with me. Then John and Peter are over there. Then Mike is going to have the trade book presentation. It's now on me to work on that. Yeah, so anyone can sign up, but I think you should really be in a stage that you know some stuff, you have some trade book, you know, you don't have any problem with your technology, and then you're trying to improve that. If you're just starting and you're trying to figure out what's these opening range breakouts or what are the hotkeys, it might be a little bit too early for you to come back into the next one. I'm going to send an email. I think that in the trading, there's a stage that, you know, at the beginning when you start, is that hockey stick thing. That at the beginning, where's my pen? Here. So, you know, and it starts, and then your confidence comes down, and then you're struggling to really go back up. This is a really good time to get into the boot camp, to help you to get to this, you know, okay, everyone starts and then lose at the beginning, and then they are struggling. You know, the risk management comes really well. They don't lose much, but they can't really make it work. That's the time that really you're in that famous, you know, hockey stick business that you have. If you're in that stage, that might be a good area for you. But if you're just starting right now and you're losing, just keep losing until you're really stabilized, and then you know you want to do it. You figure it out. This is an area that you know it's working, but it's just after then that's the moment that you really need some support.
Just took some K-Web off there, just right at the yesterday's high, Friday's high. Space is going higher.
AMD turned out to be green. Who would have thought that AMC is going to be green? So how many times did you try to get that reversal on it? TNA bounce back. I think IWM is going to close really, really red today.
Yeah, IWM's dropped off again. Nvidia's gone green. Nvidia. Tesla's holding this 700 level. Roku's bounced back up.
That's a really, really good one. Who said Zaki? That's a really, really, really good one. That chart. That chart is actually a really good one. I like that. I really, really like that. How did they? Thanks, Dustin, for that. QBTC Toronto. Is it shifting now?
SPY's right back down to low of day here. It's maybe bouncing again.
Yeah, TNA is also IWM really weak today. Toronto meetup. Definitely not in August. Maybe in September we can do Toronto. Can we use live? Yeah, you can use the live account DAS for bootcamp. Definitely. I mean, that's even better. We had one trader that was really good, and he was using his own live account. He was German. I don't remember his name. And we offered him an account, but he didn't accept. He went to a different prop firm. Damn it. Who was it? Was it York? Norm? It was German. I know he was German. He did really good with his own DAS, and then we get it. We gave him the seat, but he just didn't accept.
That's the way it goes.
No, we're so proud of it that out of our boot camp, he got so good that he could actually get another seat with another prop firm. Huh. That was really proud of. So AMD is going up. FOMO is big on AMD, that's for sure. I'm negative.
Not even going to look at AMD. Not even going to look at AMD.
I want to go long now, but I'm going long now. It's a FOMO trade. I'm getting long in it. Let's see if you can get a breakout of high of the day. Maybe a small size, maybe on the pullback I had. Because this looks like it's really reversing the FOMO trade. Don't trade. This is a bad trade. I'm kind of doing a FOMO trade. It's a very bad entry, small size. Let's see if he can get a pullback for the break of high of the day. I should have jumped in. I think the volume came in. I should have jumped really in there. Come on, 111. Can do it. I think I'll leave it here. That's really extended. Really extended. I wish you should have waited, but let's see if you can go. Some big ask at 111. So we have this level at 11.15.
Just took a bit of a long here on Riot 39.10. Just it's a 920 trade.
Right.
It lost the 9, came down, touched the 20. See if it holds here.
AMD's gonna go up.
Space has been strong today after that sell-off.
AMD, if I can make my loss back on AMD, I'm happy with it. I bring out some here,
GNOG.
break up half the day.
GNOG is starting to move here again.
I got out of it. AMD was nicer. So I'm getting out of my AMD position. I made my loss back on it. That's good.
Just selling some Riot here through 39.55. A nice 920 trade. Riot's been the cash cow for me here today.
Really nice. Yeah, really nice. Let's see if AMD can go 1 to 112. My average is at 111. Nice. Getting out here more. I made my loss back on AMD. That's a good thing. Yeah, my only loss today was Hood then. Everything else
Right.
worked really well.
Plug worked well today, did it?
Plug? I didn't trade Plug.
Yeah, no, Chris traded Plug today.
Oh.
Yeah, Plug's been a real nice runner today. What the heck?
Wow. Is it an
Yeah,
earning?
I looked at. No, I don't think so. I looked at it. It looked like it was breaking out on Thursday, and then Friday it had a really ugly trading day. It's really sold off, and now it's ripped back up again. Yeah, it's just on a daily, it's a dog's breakfast.
Thursday after the market, huh? AMD is gonna go up. Nice.
Piece of
Really
crap,
nice.
AMD. I had an
I
AMD
jumped back in
banned.
there. I jumped back
I had
in there.
AMD. Yeah,
Break of
AMD was
112.
banned.
It's
It
gonna
was
break of
banned on my
112.
trading platform at one
I
point.
know. I remember that. I remember permanent
ban on
AMD.
it.
It was like 4 years ago.
It's going back on permanent ban. I shouldn't say that.
Come on. You can get to 112. Come on, 112. Nice. Getting out. That's all right. So I'm down only to 1,600 shares on AMD. We are just chilling a little bit here. I still have TNA. I just sold a little bit of my TNA position on the pullback. I still have some ARC, and I'm holding this AMD. See what's going to happen. That's a really, really nice squeeze. We're gonna hold that and see what's gonna happen.
The question on everyone's mind is Peter trading AMD? That's what I want to know.
Where is Peter?
Yeah, where is Peter? Is Peter trading AMD? Peter's our AMD specialist.
Peter is getting a squeeze in AMD right now. Peter is,
Yeah, he might be short.
yeah, he might be short.
Peter,
That 1 million
Peter
share
went to the
volume is
bank.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter's gone to the bank.
Oh, Peter is upset. So this trade on AMD, the issue with this trade on this AMD was, I mean, it worked really well for me, but the problem with this trade was it was extended. It wasn't near the high of the day, but the problem is it was a little bit extended. A much better entry on the 1 minute chart would have been around here on this pullback. But I didn't anticipate it, or I wasn't watching it. This could have easily turned out to be a bad trade. That's why I said don't take it. It's a bad trade. At 110.18 when I took it. This two volume at 1010, 2 million shares volume with heavy move, that was a really nice move. That shows a short squeeze that really showed that it's going to go up. But overall, it was really extended. I looked at 2 minute chart to see if you can get a 920, but it really never gave us any 920 trade. IWM bounced back a little bit from the moving averages. Hopefully it can go up. What's TNA up to? At 87.32. AMD might become a 920 trade, really, because it's really moving up nicely. It might have another breakout. AMD is strong. Let's get some coffee.
Still holding some KWeb, people. So kind of liking this. We'll see how we finish the day here, but it looks like it's going through 50. Yeah, possibly. Looks like plug's going to go through 28 here. There's a really big ask at 28.
Sorry, which one, plug? Yeah, 20. Oh, yeah.
Was
it a really big ask? 920 trade? He didn't give us a 920 trade, no.
No, it has not even pulled back to the 9. There we go. There's your 28. There's pop through 28.
Very nice.
Selling.
Very nice.
Yeah, selling some.
Very nice, guys. No, my day turned out to be a really nice day, profitable. AMD, I'm still holding through position. AMD, ARC, and TNA. See what is going to happen. AMD is going to go up to 12.26, so that's really good. So yeah, no, that's definitely turned out to be an excellent day for me. AMD is still ripping.
Looks like Works is trying to pop here again. Space could be a 920 trade.
Took AMD at 109 for opening range. You got nervous below the VWAP. So you took it long or short, Richard? Because it was a really nice opening range breakdown, 5-minute opening range breakdown. But the problem that I didn't take it was just because it was above the gapping up. I mean, I couldn't see this big drop. But it was when it was holding this double bottom, I thought that it might be reversing, especially that AMD was really strong on a daily. It might get some buyers coming into the trade. But it really didn't work out. It really chopped us up. But this volume and this candlestick was just excellent, really amazing. So it was hard to trade. Really, it was really hard to trade it until now.
No, Neo is not a 920 trade. Neo hasn't even broken the 9 yet. Still holding above the 9. Space is down at the 9 at 920 right now.
Cesar is asking about the bootcamp. The bootcamp focuses on you building your own trade book. No, it doesn't specify any type of trading. It really specifies, anything that you want. But you have to build that trade book. You have that trade book in your mind and stuff.
So I'm long space at 34.41 just for a 920 trade. This is what a 920 trade looks like. Strong stock, loses the 9 moving average, drops down, touches the 20, and I'm just selling it here.
Very nice. Very nice.
Selling some here, 56, 34, 56.
Perfect 920 trade.
Yeah. So my strategy is to sell half right back at the 9, and then hold another quarter. So holding another quarter for 34.75-ish. And if we get to 34.75, I'll sell another quarter, and then I'll hold the rest to see if we go higher. Yeah, there we go.
Excellent.
Come on.
Yes, perfect 920 trade.
Go.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm going to.
I'll might go up to 35. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
If I were there, I would
some
hold some for 39. Yeah. Really nice.
It just sold some 34.71.
Nice.
So I'm down to quarter size, and I'll just see if we can break higher here. And my stop now is around 34.50. If we start to lose the 9 again, then that sort of means that we're getting toppy. So that was a 920 trade on space.
Really nice, actually. Really nice. It's going to go up to 35. If I have an entry at 34.35, I think it's going to go for the break of high of the day. I would have held it if I were trading this.
Yeah. Well, that's just like the way, because sometimes they pop up to the 9 and they fail. They roll over. So that's why I take half off there. Quite often we're in the time of day where we're getting toppy. So you'll go back to pretty close to high of day, and then that's why I take another quarter there. And you can see here now we are struggling to go higher, so I'm getting close to just stopping out of the rest. Sometimes it'll keep going, and that's why you just hold a quarter.
Nice.
K-Web is still squeezing. Yeah.
Merci. Gracias.
You're multilingual. It's French and Spanish, and you speak Farsi or Faisal or Farsi.
Farsi. In Farsi, actually, for thank you, we say merci. It's very common to say merci, like French. In Persian, they use a lot of French words. Not a lot, but some. Okay, so your riot is selling off, Brian.
Yeah, I see that. I'm not short at all. It just it punched through, made a new. It was basically a failed breakout there.
I'm gonna get a long on AMD. Not long. Adding some to AMD. See if you can. I'm adding some to AMD for another breakout. My average is at now 1156.
AMD came right back to the 9 moving average and bounced a little there. So
AMD might be a good 920 trade soon, huh? No, it's still very.
It's you have to wait for one to set up. Would I try another one now? Yeah, probably. It's still it is getting a little late in the day for a 920. Usually the best time's around 45 minutes after the open. I'm still in space. It hasn't lost it hasn't
It's gonna
stopped
go
me
up.
out yet.
I think
Yeah,
the
it
space
looks
is
like
gonna
it,
go
eh?
up to 35. Yeah. This is a perfect. So AMC is not a 920 trade because it really didn't have a big move up. It's more choppy. Look at the
It's
5-minute
choppy.
chart.
Yeah,
You need
totally.
at least 20 minutes of a good move up. Um, this is just choppy. I
Yeah.
don't think this is a 920 trade.
No, it's not. It's a chop fest. You want a nice clean move up. I'm still holding space, but I'm thinking that it's taking too long to break out to a new high here.
AMD on a daily chart.
If it loses a 9 moving average, we're probably going to come down to the VWAP on space.
On the webinar room, if you go to the webinar room, the elite members, then on the top right, there's an icon of a folder. A few weeks ago, we built a trade book all together for 920 trade. You can take a look at it and you can start from that. I think a couple of other traders also updated it and gave some more criteria to that. I think there's in there. You can go into the top right. There's a folder icon next to the sound icon, so you can actually download the 920 trade in there. Yep, and that's exactly the case. How's YouTube, guys? Well, thank you so much, guys, on YouTube for watching us. We appreciate a like or
joining us.
subscribe to our channel. Since guys you've supported the channel, we actually are growing. That's really good. So every like or subscribe would help. Comments definitely would help. Really appreciate that. Hope you had a good day. I'm still long AMD at my average is at 111.56.
AMD looks like it's still holding the 9, but it looks like it's going to fail. Looks like it's going to drop. 111 is possible 920 trade. Yeah, you can see here space is now rolling over a bit. So I'm out of the rest of it.
Vox is popping back up. Works.
Yeah.
ROX. I'm getting a small long on Vox at 458. See if he can. Looks like he wants to pop back up for the break of high of the day. 2,000 shares. Let's see if we can go there. That was a failed one, huh? Let's see if we can get that.
Yeah, I think
either failed breakout or really rejected the high of the day. Let's see. Sometimes they bring this up and then they dumped on you. It might be one of those. Have a small share and see.
That was a pop up to the high at the open.
They do it on this lower price stock. They do it on this stuff. They bring it up a little bit and then the 2 million shares, they drop it. They do it because they know a lot of retail traders want to get the breakout, and then a big trader, boom, they do it. But if they can't hold it, and then the squeeze is going to continue. This particular case is really rejected. So.
Okay, so watch AMD around 111 if it gets there. That's where the 20 moving average is right now on the 2-minute chart. We'll probably get a bounce. There.
Come on. Yeah, kind of volume died on it. AMD is back to my break-even point. What should we do with this guy? Do you want to get a 920 trade on it? It might be a good 920 trade.
Yeah, I'm looking at AMD for a 920 trade.
Works. See if we can break out the highs.
Plug, doing it too, maybe.
Selling some here and works on the top. Oh, there you go. Now that's going to go up. Selling some here at 475. I might go to 5. AMD. I might add some AMD at 920. I might make a 920 trade on AMD if he hits 111.
Yeah,
Works,
it may not do that.
WORX might go to 480, which does.
Yeah, I
might
think
go
it's.
to 5 as well.
Yeah, it looks like my works is going to go.
AMD. Come on, AMD. AMD is going to be a 920 trade. I know. I'm waiting for it. Waiting. WRX. I'm out most of it. See if WRX can get to 5. It's very possible.
Yeah, volume's picking up on it.
Yeah, if the volume comes in, it means that a short squeeze is going to happen.
Still watching AMD.
I need to go to washroom. Come on, AMD. Works could be a good add on it now. Let me see. WORX works might be a good add. My average is at 458. Adding what's the error? Adding a little bit at 470 on it, not too much. I'm so bad at trading these lower price stocks. But AMD is more important. Excellent. Yeah. Thanks, Oscar.
Yeah, thanks, Master Chief.
Yeah, it gave me an option to do it later, but I think some people got locked out. I don't know why it didn't give me an option. Ryan, AMD is going to go the 920 trade. Come on, drop. A little bit more. Works is slowly moving. WRX. I'm in WRX. See if you can break the after day. Okay, no, AMD is popping. I'm adding some AMD here, 1128.
Yeah, I'm at.
See if we can get the 920 trade on it, 1120. Let's see if we can pop back up on it. Oh yeah, it's a beauty.
Yeah, just got long some AMD.
This works. I hate that. Don't trade these lower price stocks, man. I'm just getting out of it. It's just. Let's see what AMD is doing. It's a garbage stock. Why would you do that when you have such beautiful high volume stocks? See if AMD the 920 works on it.
There isn't a lot of volume. AMD is really starting to. I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of price action on this.
So it failed as a.
Maybe I'm still holding just because it's and I'm keeping my size small here because of the time of day.
Yeah, I'm still in there too. My average is at 11.26. See. You gotta give it room too. I mean, when the stock is at $111, you can't put a stop loss of 5 cents. You gotta give it some room. That's the nature of
Yeah.
trading. You know, that's another thing is that if you make your stop loss too tight especially in higher price stocks, because it's just that there is a nature of uncertainty in your price action. Therefore, you have to give it that room. Like 20 cents on a stock that is like $120 is really not that much of a room. So you shouldn't really just give it 5 cents. You know, there should be some meaningful room in it. So see if AMD is trying to bounce back on a 2-minute chart. I think I'm gonna stop out on it. I'm gonna stop out on it.
Yeah, I'm stopping out on it too. I mean, I'm sure it's AMD got me again. Yeah, just a small amount.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, small loss. AMD got
For
me
me, it wasn't
again.
that small, but for me, it wasn't small because I added at 112 and then I added again here. AMD.
Banned for a reason.
No, I shouldn't have traded this at this time of the day. I really shouldn't
No,
have.
what? This was a
My fault.
legitimate
Yeah.
legitimate 920 trade. It was just actually a little bit. The only thing I would say, it was a little bit late in the day for a 920. There's still, it was getting too late to have a lot of buyers come in still. BBIS. Yeah. The SPY is coming back up. Looks like it's found a bottom. That was a second bottom around 10:15. It's held the low of the day. I'm still hanging on to this K-Web. I think I'll see how it finishes out the day, but it's probably gonna be a swing trade for me. Riot maybe put in a double bottom here. As long, I just got along a little riot here just for probably a last trade for a while here today. It is through the 9 moving average, kind of at a another 920 trade here, except from the downside. Just sold some here at 21. Riot 38.21. It's using that 20 moving average right now as resistance. I'm looking at the 9 moving average right now, thinking hopefully it's gonna be support. If it fails the 9 to the downside, I'll get out, which it is right now, so I'm out of it. Okay, guys. Well, I am. I've got I've got a conference call here in 10 minutes, 9 minutes. So I'm going to drop off, and hope everyone had a good day. Everyone out on YouTube, thanks for joining us. Just remember that that your feed, what you're listening to, is delayed. So just be aware of that. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and join us again, hopefully tomorrow. So hope everyone had a good morning. I will be on a little bit later, around 3 o'clock Eastern time. We will be talking a little bit about the markets, some swing trade stuff, and just sort of following up on maybe what you were hearing from Jared earlier today. So thanks, everybody, and we'll catch you all later. Again, here's your opportunity to join us. Try the BBT chat room 1 week, $24. Check it out. And of course, you'll have access to the onboarding classes, which helps you get oriented with all the stuff that's going on in our chat room and on the website. Thanks, everyone. And Jared's signing off too. So we'll catch everyone later.